Hello, StarCraft fans! This is falconpaladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Teebul and KiFirE on Terraform, the latter edition. Alright, this is game 3 between these two players. If you haven't watched games 1 and game 2, I encourage you to do so just because they are very impressive in their own right. This little best of 3 was found on legacyofthevoid.spawningtool.com, specifically LOTV.spawningtool.com. It's a place you can go to find beta replays. It's very awesome. The people that staff it are great. Check them out and find replays of your own to watch. So again, this is a best of 3. This is Masters level. Both of these guys are pretty darn good. We've seen good micro, we've seen good decisions, and it really has just come down to a couple small things in games 1 and game 2 that really decided how things went. So we'll introduce the players and get right on into it. In the top left of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the blue Protoss player tied 1-1 with his enemy. It is Teebul. And in the bottom right of Terraform, the latter edition, we have the teal Protoss player again in a 1-1 tie. It is KiFirE. Dang it, KiFirE? KiFirE. There are different ways to read this, and none of them sound good. I mean, if you know who this player is, if you're watching this and this is you, then let me know in the comments how to say your name, because I kind of want to like it, but I can't find a good way to say it that rolls off my tongue. Like Teebul. Teebul just rolls right off the tongue. It's very easy. It's a made-up word, but somehow it flows in the English language. And I think that's what you want. So both players getting gateways, getting workers, all that good stuff. Double gas as well coming up. Really, I don't know if there are any one assimilator builds right now for Protoss and PvP anyway. And honestly, I guess I have seen one assimilator openings for adepts into expansions and PvZ. That's definitely been a thing that I've seen fairly often. But here comes the scouting probe for Teebul. Teebul has been pretty consistent with the scouting, and I think that's what's led to Teebul almost having a 2-0 lead in this best of 3, which means that the third game wouldn't actually happen. So never mind, that's not a thing. Moving on out, both players are getting their cybernetics core. Teebul is being annoying, trying to run around and see what the choice after the cyber core is for fire. Mothership core being produced by Teebul, and there's the Twilight Council. Where is it though? Oh, proxy Twilight Council for KiFirE. Think of Fire in game number 1. Did a proxy Dark Templar rush as well, pretty much kind of the same spot of the map, just out of the way, somewhere that his opponent would not go. Didn't really work out for him. I'm not going to spoil too much of that, but the proxy's not really a guarantee that good things are going to happen. So again, the probe recognizing, okay, there's not a building after the cyber core, there's not a base, there has to be some proxy tech somewhere. So we're going to root for the probe to find it. Probe, you can do it. Rah, rah, rah. Find that pylon. You could be our hero. And oh, look at this. The scouting path goes right through the weeds. And pop, there it is. Oh, and sees the Dark Templar archive thing, Dark Shrine. It's late. I have a hard time with names of things sometimes when it's late. It is about 11 o'clock my time right now. Anyway, yep, scouts it perfectly. Teebul knows exactly what is coming his way. He needs detection, perhaps a cannon or two. Perhaps an observer would be good at the same time. Teebul actually getting the Stargate here. Surprisingly, that's something that Fire has been more interested in doing. And meanwhile, Fire is not worrying about that. So a couple adepts are here at the front door, but there are enough stalkers, I think, to deal with them. They're going to kill 1 or 2 probes. 2 probes. There's a photon overcharge, getting a couple shots off at that adept, but look how tanky these things are. A bunch of adepts are actually dying here, and finally the adepts do fall. 6 probes for 2 adepts. Maybe a fair trade. Look at this. 325 minerals to no gas has been lost for Teebul. 200 minerals, 50 gas for KiFirE. Yeah, that's probably a fair trade, I think, for Fire. Just because losing workers is a bigger deal than losing army. So yeah, right now Fire is up 28 to 23 total harvesters. This tech is, oh, canceled the Dark Shrine. Alright, so basically saying, you know what, we're not getting Dark Templar in there. Dark Templar are pretty much, they're good if your opponent is not prepared for them. But if they're ready, then it's kind of a waste of gas and resources. So I think KiFirE said, you know what, I think Teebul's going to be ready for it. I'm going to go ahead and chrono boost out my Blink, try to make this work with Blink Stalkers. Does he have a Robo Bay? I don't think he does. These are just gateways. No Robo yet. Is there a Robo? Yep, there's the Robo for Teebul, as well as the Stargate. Has anything been produced off that Stargate? Yes, a single Oracle has been produced, and there it is. If I look at the mini-map, boom. Oracle heading out across the map, directly across to KiFirE's position. Will it be successful? I don't know, because KiFirE does have 3 stalkers, which is pretty good. And here we come. Pulsar being used to kill a worker, 2 workers. Stalkers come, shoot away. Revelation being thrown down on those stalkers, so the Oracle knows exactly where they are at all times. 2 kills, not that great, but again, it was kind of a late. It was a delayed Oracle harass. I don't even know really how to classify that as far as if it should be effective or not. Immortal coming out for Teebul. I think games 1 and game 2, or game 1 and game 2, have been kind of characterized by whoever has Immortals usually wins. So at this point, I think Teebul's in a good position having this Immortal first. Is there a Robobait at all for Fire? What are you doing, Fire? Fire's trying to win this with Blink Stalker, I think. I think that's pretty much the intent. Revelation being thrown down. And what this basically means is Teebul sees the exact count of the stalkers and where they are and that they're pushing out, and it's kind of crazy. I wouldn't be surprised to see Revelation's time be knocked down about 10 or 20 seconds, because right now it just feels like it lasts forever. I think it's 44 is what it is. Let's take a look. Revelation, 43 seconds. I was close. Anyway, Immortal here, Stalker, Sentries, Adept, Mothership Core floating on overhead. Fire's getting a Stargate of his own. Oh, popping back in again though. Pulsar being used on these workers, getting gas. 4 kills, and is it going to get a 5th? Yes, Oracle does get a 5th kill, and perhaps a couple more as well. Yes, up to 7. And I think ran out of energy. Indeed, the Oracle ran out of energy. Up to 7 kills, though. That is a respectable Oracle. That did pay for itself quite easily. So, taking a look at the resources lost tab again as these stalkers push on up. 300 minerals, no gas. 500 minerals, 87 gas for KiFirE. I think Teebul's winning on that particular front. Here come the Blink Stalkers right on in, blinking away. Guardian Shield popped. Photon Overcharge popped. Doesn't do much of anything there. I think that's what KiFirE was trying to do, just trying to gauge the response. Make Teebul lose some energy for no reason. And see the number of Immortals, which is 2. Another one on the way. 3 total for Teebul now. Teebul, not Keeble. It is definitely Teebul. Hallucinated Colossus for KiFirE. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Hallucinated Colossus except in experiences where I saw PVZ once on the ladder. It was a replay. I think it was Life's a Glitch TV with Maximus Black and Nova War, where a Protoss came in with a big army to attack Zerg and hallucinated like 8 Colossus, and the Zerg just rage quit. That was it. The Zerg was like, nope, I'm out. Even though if he'd thought about it, I think he would have said, there's no way at this stage in the game as the Oracle dies. Oracle having killed, whoa, 16 probes have died so far for KiFirE. That's not good. Anyway, even though the Protoss or the Zerg player should have said, at this point of the game, there shouldn't be a huge army and 8 Colossus. It doesn't make any sense, but man, it was so intimidating. They're throwing down their swaths of fire. This was in Heart of the Swarm, so Colossus were even better. And the Zerg got out, but it was all hallucinated. So I kind of want to see that again. I feel like it's an effective tactic. It's a mind trick, mind flip. And it could be effective in a tournament or something, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe players are too smart to be fooled by that. But Hallucinated Phoenix coming on down, trying to see what it can see. We'll see a Void Ray as it dies. 2 Void Rays, rather, and a Mothership Core. Here comes a push, though, from Teebul. Standing in and fighting. Oh, blinking right on top of those stalkers, killing 2 or 3 of them. Moving out across this middle lane. Teebul has the advantage. 107 to 85 total supply. Blinking again, killing 1 stalker. Killing 2 stalkers. They do not have any upgrades. +1 attack is on the way, but not quite finished yet. More and more stalkers warping on in. Pushing the advantage is Teebul. 2 base to 3 base. Teebul needs to make something happen now, or KiFirE is going to win this, because that 3 base economy is so darn useful in a mirror match, especially. So standing in, making a decision, going for that 3rd base. Probes ending up dead here. Standing here at a pretty good angle, getting a nice concave. The Immortals tearing through everything on the bottom. The Stalker count pretty big as well. Trying to kill these Void Rays, weakening a lot of them, but not killing any of them yet, forcing them to retreat to the natural, and then killing Pylons, so there are no Photon Overcharges available. Void Rays are low on health. If they go in there, they're in a lot of trouble. And again, 4 Immortals is just a ton of Immortals here. Teebul looking very, very strong. It is 124 to 92 total supply. KiFirE is actually supply blocked. And is Teebul going to push the advantage is the question. I feel like he should. He's in a really, really good position here. Where is the army actually for... Oh, here it is. Yep, Stalkers in the front, Immortals in the back. Photon Overcharge being popped up, but the Immortals making quick work of that. All the units on the ground are melting. Stalkers pushing out, getting out of range of that Photon Overcharge, getting out of range of the Time Warp. And just pushing back. Not willing to throw his entire army into that meat grinder. There are some probes heading up here for KiFirE. Probably should try to replant a base, but man, with an army at your front, it's so hard to do that. Here it comes again. Teebul trying to make it happen. Another photon overcharge comes down. You really can't just retreat every time there's an overcharge because look, Mothership Core has 3 more of those available. And boom, there it is. There's number 3. I really feel like Teebul should just go for it here. The Immortals on the ground take care of whatever there is here. Adepts, again, not that fantastic against this composition. Immortal and Stalker, never. Pushing in again. Teebul here at the 10-minute mark, sniping off individual stuff. And Void Rays doing a great job of actually making things happen. Teebul backing out again, killing the Assimilator, slowing down the gas income, taking a 3rd base of his own is Teebul. So setting up the contain and expanding, exactly something that you definitely need to do. Sending a Zealot to get rid of that Twilight Council as well. That might be kind of nice. I don't know. KiFirE pushing the issue, then backing on out. Checking to make sure the 3rd base has not been replanted, says Teebul, and there's not. No problem. I'm going to try some special tactics. Throw up some Dark Templar here into the main base while attacking at the natural, I believe. That is the current plan. We'll have to see if I'm correct, though. So again, setting up the contain. Teebul here with a +1 attack on the ground. The Adepts and the ground units for KiFirE have nothing of the sort. Going after this robotics facility, recognizing, I think, that Immortals are a good answer. And saying, nope, no Immortals for you. Robo facility is gone. Pushing right on into the natural. Sniping down that Nexus. A couple more volleys. It does fall. Right now, KiFirE is on a single base. Zealot still trying to kill that Twilight Council. Chasing are the Void Rays. And actually doing a pretty good job of killing stuff here. The Stalkers need to stand on in. And they take down the Rock Tower, which forces the retreat of KiFirE. Dark Templar still kind of going to town, going after the Dark Shrine that's here in the main base for KiFirE. The workers are long distance mining, and the rest of the army comes here at the same time. The Dark Shrine does fall, and KiFirE is actually supply blocked. A couple more pylons end up getting killed, and oop, just one. Still supply blocked though. It is 99 to 87 total supply for KiFirE. Big problem, 1 mining base to 3 mining bases for Teebul. I believe that Teebul is going to pick up that 3rd win and win this best of 3 series. But crazier things have happened. I mean, I really think like just a move instead of an attack move could ruin Teebul here. The rocks are being destroyed by the Void Rays and the Adepts and the Immortal that's on the ground here for KiFirE. But there's a lot of Stalkers here. Where are the Immortals though? That's a problem. The Stalkers do have +1. Again, here comes Guardian Shield standing on top of everything, actually taking a lot of damage from those Void Rays. The Adepts as well are hard to kill. They're very tanky in this particular patch. Revelation being thrown down. Turnabout is fair play, says KiFirE. And the Immortals are back here behind these rocks. Okay, blinking out. Oh no, one got stuck. Poor Stalker. Boosh, gets destroyed. So it has to get through these rocks to attack, does KiFirE. Teebul, I think, is ready though. Just this number of Immortals is just really, really intimidating for KiFirE, replacing the Nexus, but I just don't think it's going to really matter. It's 49 to 20 total Harvesters right now. Resources lost tab. Teebul's lost 3,500 minerals and 1,600 gas. It's 5,800 minerals and 1,000 gas actually for KiFirE, so hasn't lost too much by way of gas, but again, it's 146 to 100 total supply. And at this point, KiFirE has replaced the Nexus, is trying to get that worker count back up and established, getting a robo facility at the same time. Trying to find another angle of attack. KiFirE making sure the gold base has not been taken. Swooping on in. Hallucinated Phoenix seeing the exact composition of what KiFirE has to offer. Special tactics once more. Sending a Dark Templar here into the main. There is not an observer here. Is there an observer for KiFirE? There is not. Yikes. So going after gateways for some reason. Small attack here. Nope. Recall. Recall home. Recall to the natural. Anyway, Dark Templar killing stuff here. There must be an observer with that army somewhere that I missed. Where is it? I don't know. This is weird. Units lost. No observers have died for KiFirE. Production tab. Units tab. I don't see an observer there. This is weird. Anyway, the oracles for KiFirE running on back. Is there a cannon? I don't know. Anyway, there's an observer now for KiFirE, so no big deal. Long distance mining here. Small group of zealots running over to probably try to kill this Nexus, or the natural, or the third if it exists. It does not. Hallucinating Phoenix comes in again to scout things out, just to see what is going on here. Again, it is a deciding match, right? So it's a best of 3. So both players are going to be a little bit wary. I feel like they're going to say, I don't really want to make a mistake. That's going to cause me to lose the game. So I'm not going to go headlong into stuff. I'm going to be very patient. Teebul says, if you're ahead, get more ahead. KiFirE says, I can't lose this army because if I do, I've definitely lost the game. Here come the Zealots. And here, okay, so actually using Oracles on Zealots. A pretty good move, I think. Should be able to burn them out fairly quickly. And indeed, clean them up, no problem. That Pulsar Beam is good. Attacks enemy units on the ground with a lot of DPS. And here comes the push. KiFirE trying to make something happen. There are 2 cannons here. Double photon overcharge happening, but getting focused down by the Void Rays. They're both gone. The cannon's still attacking. Cannon's being focused down. A blink forward with a lot of blink stalkers here with the +2 attack. No such attack available for KiFirE here. The upgrade advantage firmly on Teebul's side of the court. Blinking on in and whiffing as the recall gets back home. And Teebul had some stalkers here causing some problems. The army trying to take care of those as well. Standing on top of this ramp, blinking on down. Getting destroyed anyway. The stalkers are completely dead. Ninja expansion as well for Teebul. Here at the 15-minute mark in about 39-40 seconds. 47 to 22 total harvesters, 174 to 92 total supply. Going to push out across the map with this army that is big and scary. +3 ground attack on the way for Teebul. KiFirE working on Nexus and Workers and Immortals. The Immortal count right now is 4 for Teebul. 1 going on 2 for KiFirE. And third base being planted for fire at the same time. Oracle running around. Oracle does have 2 kills. Where's that other Oracle? There's the one. Units tab. There's just the one Oracle. I guess the other one died. I think that had a lot of kills though. So congratulations to him. Production tab again. Nothing really going on for KiFirE. Really starved for resources. Teebul doing a good job spending his money. It's going to be a 4 base versus a 2.5 base Protoss here pretty darn soon. And Teebul is just about maxed out. 189 supply to 106. Just again being very cautious. Wants to make something happen rather than just force the issue. Dark Templar here for Teebul again. Can a Dark Templar force a cancel or actually kill a building Nexus? And the answer is I think so, unless this happens. Dark Templar does end up dead, and I think that's all the impetus that Teebul needs. Teebul says, alright, this Nexus is going to cause me a lot of problems. I can't let it come up. Gonna send some units around the long way. Gonna kind of meet up here at the gold base. Can't decide where to go. All the Zealots joining up together for some kind of shenanigans. I don't know what they're planning on doing. But here comes everything. The Archons, the Stalkers, blinking right into this. Going for the kill. The Voiders in the air doing a good job of stuff, but the Archons and the Stalkers are hitting them and forcing them to retreat. A blink on top of everything, though. Void Rays falling left and right. Mothership Core taking shots as well. Still alive. Still throwing down photon overcharges, but that's it. The army's gone. KiFirE calls the GG. Is defeated, and Teebul is victorious. So, alright, Teebul. Let's give him a 2 there. Teebul, 2-1, has won this best of 3 series on legacyofthevoid.spawningtool.com, LOTV.spawningtool.com. Thanks again to Dominic for finding me these replays. Really fun to cast. Good PvP stuff. The Protoss fans on the channel should be very happy. So, this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.